Hey everybody, it's Zachary Bell here with another Minecraft tutorial. In the last video I showed you how to make a drawbridge or just a bridge across a moat using hatches and switches. That way you can walk across and you can pull it up and protect yourself from monsters. Nothing can get across. But the problem with that last one was you could not put water or lava in the bottom because it would wash away the redstone or kill the redstone that was in the bottom going across. So in this video, I've now solved that problem, and I'm going to teach you how to do that now. Because as you can see, you can put water in the bottom. And I solved that by basically just digging ditches down below it and running the wires across. But to do this, or to complete this tutorial, you're going to need 2 switches, or 2 levers. You're going to need a bunch of redstone wiring. You're going to need 4 hatches, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to need 2 redstone repeaters. So now that you've crafted all that stuff and you're ready to go, make sure you have your shovel and find a nice area you'd like to start digging, and go ahead and start digging 3 down. Okay, so now I've cleared out all the redstone and all the wiring and everything, so I can show you how to do this from pretty much the beginning. I've went ahead and left the hatches in because it's pretty easy to place. You just place them at the top block that you want and they go to the bottom of that top block. That's pretty easy. And so as I've said before, to place the levers, I like to go 1 back and 1 to the right of the of the hatches. So when you walk up, it's easy to flip, and it'll change the signal. So you do that on the other side as well. 1 back, 1 to the right. Okay, and so now to start working on the wiring. So you get your redstone out. And you want to, as I said before, to get the signal to go to these first 2 on the same side as the switch, you want to go out of the switch, go to the left, and go on top of the 2 blocks that the hatches are attached to. Whoops. But basically on top of the 2 blocks that the hatches are attached to. Once I get out of here. Sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. But anyways, so as you place it on the top of these 2 blocks, when I flip the switch, it opens these 2 hatches on this side. But now I have to get to the other side. I have to run the wire on the top of those 2 blocks over there. So the only way to do that with water or lava in the bottom of the moat is you have to dig a tunnel underneath. So you get your redstone wiring, you want to come out of the back of the switch, not going the same direction you just went in front, but coming out of the back, and you want to start digging down. But before you do that, you want to measure how far you need to go down and across. So since I've dug down 3, I know I have to go down at least 3, and then I have to go down at least 2 more so I can walk underneath and actually place the redstone. And I also need to know how far to go over before I can start coming back up again so I don't break into my moat. So I know as soon as I go down from this one, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the moat, and then I can start making my way back up at 6. So I come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I actually walk down 7 here. And then I need to count my way across, so I know from here, which is going to be right about here, I need to go across at least 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I start making my way back up. So I go 1, 2, 3, back up, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm back up at the surface. And now I have to run my wires across in front of the 2 hatches here. And once again, it's getting dark, so I'll be back. So I'm back, and it's once again light. I do apologize for all the stops and starts in this video. I'm obviously having issues today. But anyways, once you've come back up and you've come across these 2 blocks over here, these 2 blocks where the hatches are attached to, go ahead and attach your wire to the other switch you placed. That way this switch can work these 2 over in front as well, just like these 2 are crossing from this switch. So we've wired this one switch and everything should work. But what's that? It doesn't work. As you can see, this is all nice red redstone, and that's not. And that's why I asked you to make the redstone repeaters earlier, because as I can show you, redstone only travels 14 blocks, the signal. And it's all nice and red and has little poos coming out, and then it stops right here on this block, on this block. And that's where the 14 stops. This is the 15th block. So you get your redstone repeater, and I'm placing it on this flat area here. That way the signal, make sure it travels through, goes through the repeater and comes out the other side, because there is some issues that can occur. So you place the redstone repeater going with the signal, and that should extend the signal all the way. So you can see this all nice, bright and red again, and it extends the signal, and it can now make it to the other side, and you can see both are open. So you go ahead and close that. And now we get to work on the other side, on the other switch. So the other switch is already coming out of the front and is already going across these two. It opens those, but the signal does not travel all the way to that switch because it cannot go through the switch over there. So we have to dig another tunnel down, and once again we need to count how many down, how many across. So mine, I have to go down at least 6, and I can go across at least 6. So I'm going to come out of the back of the switch or lever again, and then I'm going to go down to the right, and then keep going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I got to go across 6 from wherever I measure, or have to go across as far as wherever I measured from. And I've already dug this, so it doesn't really matter to me. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and place my redstone repeater right here on the second block, or from the end of this flat area on the bottom, because I know it's not going to make the 14. And so now I start digging up because I'm at my 6 block mark, and so I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I come right into the other side. And an easy way to match up the tunnels, you can dig both sides, kind of making them even with each other. So this is the entrance from this one, that's the entrance from the other. And you come out of this hatch, you turn left, and you start circling your way down until the tunnels meet over here. Once you've done that, you should be done perfectly on both sides. That opens both. Go to the other side, which will probably be the secure side, and you can open both from there. That's pretty easy. And you can build your nice big castle over here if you want, and get away from the open areas so you can walk by and not have to deal with these open holes. You can move the open holes farther to the right. It doesn't matter as long as you have the signal can reach, or you have enough redstone repeaters to make it reach. One thing I do like to do though is get dirt and go down to the bottom and start filling in the holes. I'll show you that in a second. So as I was saying, I do like to fill in the tunnel. That way nothing can get in. I do like to put a torch down in this tunnel and leave it just too high in case I need to check on things. It's much easier that way. So I place dirt 1 higher than the redstone block that it's taking up. So if I place it right here, it'll block this redstone. It's probably better seen here. If I place it right there, it'll block that redstone signal. So you can see that corner piece went away. So you don't want to do that. You always want to place 1 higher and leave that block open. Nothing can get in there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I could have placed 1 right there. Oh, no, I couldn't. You just pretty much, you got to make sure you don't place anything too high. I guess I could have, yeah, I could have placed 1 there. Okay, there we go. And yeah, there's going to be this hole here, but nothing can really get in. The only thing that can get in is chickens, and it's not likely that they're going to really harm anything, even if they do actually eventually make it in there. And if it really matters, you can actually put a hatch like right here in this 2 deep one, and that'll kind of keep it closed, and it won't affect the signal at all. So you just go along to each of your tunnels, filling in 1 higher than the redstone block is occupying. And once you've completed all that, you're pretty much done. Just make sure you test everything before and after you've done this to make sure you haven't accidentally blocked anything in. And that's pretty much it. Oops, just like I just did there. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you learned something. I hope this helped. And if you have any comments, questions, if you need help with anything, feel free to comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all very much for watching today. Have a nice day.